What's up, guys? Let's talk about the Bloodseeker spellcasting position 3/4 utility build. So this is a thing that I've come up with recently. I've been practicing it a little bit, and I like it. So we're going to go directly into the build and take a look at what we do here. Okay, so your starting items, you're going to be in the off lane, or you can jungle. You can do this in the off lane, or you can jungle. I prefer off lane because you get more farm. The jungle is slower now. But if you're one of those guys who likes to sit in the jungle and, AFK farm for the first 20 minutes, I mean, you could start with your Iron Talon and your Tangos, or you could go to the offlane, get yourself a Poor Man's Shield, get yourself a set of Tangos, and then the first thing that you're going to buy, if you need boots really badly, you get boots first, but if not, get your Quelling Blade and then get your brown boots and then upgrade them to phase boots. And honestly, once you have your phase boots, you're kind of set with Bloodseeker. The transition items are going to be a blade mail. Blade mail is your first transition item. Once you get level 6 and you get blade mail, it is awesome. The reason it's awesome is because you rupture somebody, you throw down blood right on top of them. They have to move out of the blood right, or they have to take the damage. If it's a melee hero that you throw a rupture down on, you run at them, you attack them. The second you start attacking them, okay, they can't run towards you to attack you, but when you hit that, when you come up to them, they can start hitting you. So obviously you activate blade mail when you get to them. So they're not only taking damage if they run from rupture, they're taking damage if they fight you, they're taking damage from you, and you have a quick little succession of time there for you to be able to kill pretty much any hero. Next item after the blade mail, I like to go Agnums for the double rupture. This is a controlling build, so what you're going to try to do is get down as much blood right as possible, do as much damage with your blood right and with your rupture, and just control the cores of their team. So Agnum Scepter giving you the 2 ruptures is really, really useful, and it's really annoying to play against. Like, it's crazy annoying to play against. Next item, you want to tank up a little bit because you're doing some physical damage. You're going to be taking the 25 damage attribute. You're going to be doing some physical damage, and also because it gives you 16% movement speed. 16% movement speed is good. Sanjin Yasha has been buffed big time, and another big reason to buy Sanjin Yasha is because if you need to, you can break it apart. Let's say they have a really, really hard-hitting hero like a Sven or a PA or somebody that you want to disable. You break up your Sanjin Yasha, and you turn it into a Heaven's Halberd. Cases that you don't want to go Sanjin Yasha, you might need to buy a Silver Edge. Let's say there's somebody you need to break. Somebody that you need to break, like a PA. Silver Edge would be very nice against PA. Silver Edge would be very nice against Bristleback. Silver Edge would be really nice against. There's a slew of hero, Tide Hunter, a bunch of guys, Tiny. So you got to think about the passives on the heroes in the opposing team, and then play accordingly. You might want to buy a Lotus Orb since you are position 3/4. You're going to need to keep your hero, your cores alive. So if there's a lot of spells being thrown at your core heroes, or even yourself, getting a Lotus Orb is a really good situational item. And if you really desperately need a stun, an Abyssal Blade is expensive, but it could be really, really useful. So an Abyssal Blade might be recommended. Now the build here, you're going to go with Blood Rage, then you're going to go into Blood Right. So only 1 into Blood Rage. You could go 2, but I like for your first 3 spells, go 1 Blood Rage, 1 Blood Right, and then Thirst. Thirst, you won't level up again until later. You're going to rely on your early phase boots, and I forgot to include, there should also be in the early game a Windlace. If you can afford to get a Windlace, or if you remember to get a Windlace, get it, and also sometimes Raindrops. But those are just like generic things that you guys should know. But Windlace and Raindrops. Windlace gives you movement speed. Raindrops absorbs magic damage once for 5 hits. Now let's talk about the Rupture. Okay, so you're gonna get 1, 2, 3, and then you're leveling up Blood Right to level 5. You're leveling up Blood Right 3 times until you get to level 5. After that, you're gonna get Rupture, obviously, and this is actually like your peak. This is where you do massive amounts of damage. You actually want to, when you're approaching level 6, you want to kind of try to get a Blood Right off on the enemy carry or the enemy hero if you can. So when when you do hit level 6, you can Rupture, and they won't be full health. They won't be prepared to try to run away, and they probably won't have a TP to escape. Then we're gonna level up 1 more into Blood Rage, because it's really useful for keeping yourself alive and not having to go back to base, and then finish off Thirst, and then go back and finish off Blood Rage. Then we go back to rupture. You always level rupture when it's available. So I've got 2 replays that we're going to take a look at here. We're going to take a look at one game that I did really well in the laning stage. My team just got kind of crushed. And then the next game we're going to look at more of the game where you kind of see the whole build pan out throughout the entirety of a game, and it's actually against a Sven, so you can see I go for a Halberd build. That's pretty useful. So I mess up a little bit, but we can talk about it, and we can see which situations this build will work in and which situations it wouldn't work in. All right, let's take a look at the replays. All right, replay number 1. Here I am, offlane Bloodseeker, starting with my Poor Man's Shield and my Tangos. I will update this guy to include the Windlace and the Raindrops in here because they are important to give you some mana regen. They're pretty tight. And we'll see how this game pans out. And I didn't even notice that these guys did this. They got an Observer Ward up here quickly. Let's get this going a little bit faster. Let's take a look at the lineups. So in this game, I'm dealing with a tri-lane of Razor, Puck, and Spirit Breaker. So that's actually a pretty dangerous lane to deal with, mostly because of the Spirit Breaker and the Razor. Razor obviously steals your damage, and Puck can dish out a little bit. I don't know. It's weird to have a support Puck, but we have a support Puck. Here comes Razor. Charging me, or sorry, Spirit Breaker charging me. He cancels it at the last second, so I get lucky. But either way, they weren't going to kill me here. You have to play defensive for the first little while in the off lane. The way that you have to play the off lane is you have to use creep aggro to pull creeps to you and try to get the last hits. I haven't leveled up anything here yet because I wasn't sure if I was going to go Blood Right first. I didn't level up my Blood Rage because I didn't think I was going to get a last hit with the -36 damage missing. But there we go. I got it. Level up Blood Rage and try to get your last hits, as many as you can. Use creep aggro to pull the creeps close to you so you can get the last hits. And it's also important, it's very important to focus on last hitting these creeps as a Bloodseeker. Just getting as much experience and farm and last hits was really important in the early game. You want to get a Quelling Blade. The reason you want to get a Quelling Blade is because it could be the difference between 1 or 2 last hits early, and with Blood Rage on, that difference is really, really noticeable because this is your life. This is like your sustainability here. So aside from 4 tangos, the only thing you have to come to lane with you is your Blood Rage talent, your Blood Rage ability. We're gonna go up to Razor here, and we're gonna try to I was planning on timing that a little bit better, but I messed up. I should be using creep aggro here to pull these guys, which I do now, but he links me. So that's one of those things that you got to be worried about with Razor. He can link you, and you got to stay away from him. Also have to play back because I don't know exactly where the Spirit Breaker is. Here he is stealing my Ruin. Nice job, Spirit Breaker, you jack donkey. But I'm getting a good amount of experience here. So Blood Right, Blood Rage, and then I'll get Thirst next. This Puck is, he's been pulling. He's got a strange build here. I think he was initially thinking of going mid Puck maybe, and then Sniper went mid. I don't know. But either way, this is their support Puck. This is what we're dealing with in 3.67k games. And now I'm just going to Blood Rage and try to get this last hit. Or no, I don't even Blood Rage, and I don't get the last hit. Way to go. But I think I'm going to try to get a couple here. There we go. I use Thirst. Come on in. And another thing that's really important to know is that if you Blood Right a creep wave and you Blood Rage yourself, every creep that dies to your Blood Right gives you your kill heal percentage. So you heal a percentage of their max health. Really important to try to get as many of these last hits as possible. So we're doing really well in lane here. Level 3. I'm going to come here and see that somebody took my Ruin, and that was the Spirit Breaker. And then I'm going to come back out. Spirit Breaker's waiting here to charge me. Right now, I don't know why. Like, this is obviously a bad play on their part, but I'm occupying 3 heroes. Oh, Spirit Breaker just TP'd out. Where'd he go? I don't know. There he is. Wait, no. There he is. He's waiting to charge middle. I get linked again. But yeah, so I was occupying 3 heroes for a pretty good amount of time, which is great. This Razor's getting farm, but he's getting farm, but I'm also getting a ton out of this lane. He's not denying anything. They're pushing into me. I'm level 3, going to be level 4 soon. The most important thing for Bloodseeker is actually levels. I mean, yeah, getting gold is great, but you need Rupture. Like, you need Rupture, and then once you get Rupture, you can start making plays immediately. In terms of heroes who have really, really big power spikes, level 6 is a giant power spike for Bloodseeker. That shouldn't need to be said, but in case you didn't know, level 6, that's what you're looking for. That's what you're waiting for. So still doing really well. hopefully you get a lane that works out like this. Sometimes the lanes are going to be more difficult. They're going to have more stuns in the lane. I will show another replay directly after this one with a Sven and Avenge, and we'll see how we play against that. So they've got double stuns, and that's actually more difficult to play, a lot more difficult to play against in the off lane. You have to play a lot more passively. You have to do a lot more jungling, and here I should probably have stacked the camps at some point. Now I'm going to pick up my boots, and things are looking good. I got boots, I've got Quelling Blade, I got Poor Man's Shield. I can come over here and fight a little bit, get some last hits. So now I'm just hitting this guy, and I've got Thirst on, or wait, yeah, I've got Thirst going right now. This guy's low health. I throw Blood right down. I'm hitting him as many times as I can, and I got a kill early. So because this guy underestimated my blood-seeking powers, and he didn't, oh, and I also didn't go the max Blood right build this game. I went with 2 in Blood Rage and 2 in Thirst. Next game I go with the Blood right, sorry, max on Blood right, but this game I didn't do it. Still though, they don't know what level your Blood right is. Like, they're scared. They see that circle down and they have to run. So it gives you an opportunity to chase people, or to force them into a direction that you want. So based on where you place your Blood right circle, it's going to force the enemy team to run away from it. Getting just 1 level in it, it's doable, but I like putting additional points in this because it increases the amount of time that they're silenced for, which is really, really useful in early team fights. Like, the difference between a 3, 4, and 5 second silence in an early team fight for an AoE silence is kind of ridiculous. When you think about being silenced for 6 seconds plus 240 damage to everybody, that's pretty awesome, and this damage will return health to you if you kill creeps with it. So I don't like that I went with more Thirst and more Blood Rage over Blood Right, but that's okay. That's what happened this game. So we'll take a look at what's happening. He's level 4, I'm level 6. Now I've got Rupture. This is where I go for the kill. Like, I'm gonna go for a kill soon. I just run at him. He links me. I'm like, oh, I gotta break this link. I'm gonna run away, and then I think I'm gonna turn around and Rupture him. I should be careful here because I don't know where Spirit Breaker is. It's down here. But anyway, I Rupture this guy. He gets close to me. I throw down Blood Rage. Now he has to come out of this circle, or he has to stay in it and take damage. I've taken a bunch of damage, he stayed in the circle. Decided to take the damage instead of run out of it. Either way, I get to attack him the whole time he's doing that. I get additional movement speed. I get the Thirst damage. I get, oh, there's visibility too, the 25% visibility. You get a lot of bonuses with Thirst that are fantastic. The movement speed is good, but it's not as good as the Blood Rate damage, I believe, for this build. At least I've tried it a couple different ways. This is one of the times that I tried it this way. But yeah, it looks like I'm going max Thirst build. I forgot that I did this. Got a little bit of movement speed here. Look at that. I'm fast. I'm a fast Bloodseeker. I thought you were supposed to have a little
Thanks.
I thought you were supposed to have a little icon on top that showed you what your movement speed was. I see my movement speed changing, but I don't see the icon. Now I'm going over here to jungle a little bit. My plan is actually to shrine and go kill the Razor again. So I know that I'm pretty far ahead now. Like, I've killed their carry. I'm level 6. I'm level 7. He's level 5. I've got 3 points in Thirst, 2 in Blood Right, 1 in Blood Rage. And the fact that I have the 1 in Blood Rage, like, people who don't get any points in Blood Rage, I don't think it's a good idea because you can't force them out of the circle like this. Watch, Rupture. Run at him in a second. He's gonna run away a little bit. Yeah, he thinks he's not safe. He knows he's not safe. He TP'd back to lane. He's staying there. I see him. I'm just going to throw down the Blood Right. There he goes. He's going to try to run away, and boom. He dies. A mistake that he made, you don't TP back to the lane versus a Bloodseeker after you die to Rupture. It sucks, but you should walk back to lane. I know it's really annoying. Let's see if he TPs back to lane again. I think he will. Nah, he won't. He's going to walk back to lane. See, he made his mistake once. He TP'd to lane. He knew it was a bad idea. Our team's kind of getting crushed on the other side of the map right now. But he TP'd to lane. He TP'd to lane. He didn't have a teleportation available for him to leave. Now, some people like to build a Yule Scepter on Bloodseeker to just so people can't teleport away. I actually don't like that. I feel like a Yule Scepter is an item that costs way too much money for Bloodseeker just to stop a TP. 27.50, like that could be much better invested in another item like a Agnum Scepter, or partially getting an Agnum Scepter. Now here comes the Razor. He's gonna link me again, but I've got some movement speed, 550 at the moment actually because of Thirst. So I'm really high health. I probably should go down here, but I'm kind of hoping my team of 4 people can take care of that while I manhandle their carry. Either way, I make the play, I go over here, and I think things start going poorly for me. this is probably all we're going to watch from this game, because the rest of it kind of gets really ugly. There's just some bad plays that are made by our team. Like, we don't coordinate very well. And the point of this was to show how the early game is played. I'm going to pull up another game right now. Hold tight, and I will get this going. Okay, guys, replay number 2, and we are going to go with a similar strategy, but things are going to be a little bit different this game. So this game, the lane that we're in is actually a tri-lane again, except for we're dealing with 2 stuns and potentially a third, or at least some annoyance from Ancient Apparition. We're gonna speed this game up a little bit and see how it pans out. So I have a duel off lane right now. This Sand King comes. I don't know if he jungles a lot. I can't remember. It's strange. I can't remember because this is the last game I played. But let's take a look and see how we play it out. Okay, yeah. So he's gonna do some damage to Ancient Apparition. I haven't leveled up my level 1 talent yet. He gives up first blood. Very dangerous lane to be in. But I know that means that this Sven's not going to have another stun unless he wants to pop his mango. I'm going to try to get some last hits here. I'm going to try to stay away from Venge. Again, I get Blood Rage once I know that I can get some last hits. So there, I got my first last hit. I got Blood Rage. And we're occupying 3 heroes right now. Now, they are doing some stacking and they're doing some pulling. But I'm getting a good amount of farm. Now, notice that I'm using creep aggro I'm pretty much all the time, except for there for some reason. But I'm using creep aggro a lot. Now, I'm going to buy my Quelling Blade because Quelling Blade helps me get last hits. And last hits are really important for Blood Rage. I explained that in the last video, but in this one, or in the last replay, but this one as well. Now, this guy wasted a stun right here on me. He didn't need to do that because he knew he didn't have a lot of follow-up damage there. Trying to get last hits under tower. Missed one. That's okay. Using my tangos a little bit, and we're just gonna play this, try to get as much experience as possible. My Sand King never came back to lane. Let's make note of that. He gave up first blood and now he's been gone. He's level 1 jungling or something. That's actually exactly what he's doing. He's level 1 jungling. These guys are doing a really good job pulling this creep camp and pulling the creep waves into the stacked creep camp. So it's denying me some experience, but not enough. Venge here is just trying to zone me out, but Bloodseeker is pretty strong, and with a poor man's shield, along with the extra regen, along with the Blood Rage regen that you get when you do get last hits, pretty sweet. Now, I tried to use Blood right there to get a last hit on that creep, but he denied it. Anyway, I got one there. I'm getting chain stunned, but still, I have enough to escape. I ate a tree on my way out, and I know I'm going to be fine. Oh, shoot. He used his... he actually popped his mango there, but his Storm Hammer was on cooldown. I was able to get away. I'm going to go over here. I think I'm going to get the Ruin. I'm going to kill one of these creeps, and then I'm going to wait. Oh, this is another thing. If you plan to go back to base, which I think I did here, if you plan to go back to base because you're low on health and tangos aren't an efficient way to get your health back, waste your mana in the jungle. Throw down your blood rights. Throw down your blood right and waste your mana. It's an effective thing to do. Okay, and here we go. I throw down blood right again. I think I start taking some serious damage here. I was misclicking also. Got one kill here. Gonna back up a tiny bit. Try to get this other one, and then I think I go back to base here. Sometimes you can't stay in lane, so I'm getting what I can here. I know that now I have to go back to base. I farmed up enough gold in that little time span there to get myself some boots and I have a teleportation scroll. So some boots. One item that I haven't been buying, it's not in the build, but it should be, is the windlace that I talked about and the raindrops if needed. This game, raindrops, much necessary considering that they have 2 stuns that would both mostly have their damage negated. Now, notice that the blood right, in addition to obviously silencing them and forcing them out of the circle, it makes them miss last hits as well. So they're missing some last hits against you, and you're getting some last hits against them. I have a... Oh, it doesn't show it because I'm watching a replay, right? Yeah, I have a Crystal Maiden on my team, so I can be a little bit more aggressive with the amount of spells I use, which is very, very, very nice. Having a Crystal Maiden on your team, letting you cast an additional, let's say, additional 1 blood right every, I don't know, minute or whatever, is really nice. So using blood right to farm again there, and also to annoy Sven. I know that they have a giant stack here. I'm well aware of this, and I'm kind of concerned. Like, my goal is to be able to show up and stand right here while they farm this stack so I get the experience from it. Oh, I think I might die here. Yeah, I died. They went on me pretty hard. I got chain stunned again. It's tough not to die in a lane where you can get chain stunned really badly, because just any positioning that any mistake in positioning results in your death, most likely. I go back and I'm level 5 right now. I know I'm level 5, so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get myself closer to level 6 again. Level 6, that's your power spike. I think I go. Oh, I tried to find this Razor because I saw him going up here. Throw down a Bloodright. He's mass pinging me. He's like, "Why'd you do that? I was static linked." And I was like, "Oh, chill, man, chill." Oh, there's a Razor in this game too. Two games in a row with Razors. Razor's making a comeback. So now I'm just farming here. I think I'm gonna wait for this Ruin. No, I'm not. 10 seconds is a long time to wait for Ruin. I'm gonna go out here and try to get last hits. Try to do something to Sven. See if this camp is taken. It's not, but it's hugely stacked. Hugely. Again, farming with Bloodright. He's getting denies off on those range creeps, which is a little annoying, very annoying. But you see that I have 3 in Bloodright. I back up. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna grab my Ruin. I know that when I grab my Ruin, I'm getting 6. So I got my level 6, and instantly when I get my level 6, you don't always have to make a play in your lane. If you see that the mid player is playing aggressively, wrap around. He's even gonna have a ward to see me. Actually, I didn't know they had this ward. He could see me the whole time. He saw me. He shouldn't have died to this, but anyway, he's just gonna keep running, and Bloodright does the rest of the damage. Find a regen Ruin. I'm gonna give that to my Invoker, I believe. Yeah. Give the regen Ruin to my Invoker because I don't need to use spells. I have Crystal Maiden Aura. I have 40 seconds before I can make another play. So I just made one really big play right there, and it should have been scouted out because they have really good wards up, but it wasn't. Their Razor just wasn't attentive. Sometimes you get lucky and people make bad plays. And I mean, if you're lower MMR, people are going to be making plays all the time. People are going to be making bad plays all the time. Sven is continuing his farm. He's going for looks like Echo Saber first, or Divine Rapier. He's going for Echo Saber first. And now I have Rupture up again. So look how far up he is. Rupture him. He's going to stop moving. I'm going to back up here. I might die, but I'm going to Blood Rage. Yeah, Crystal Maiden throws down her ultimate. He can't come at her because he's ruptured. He can't come at her because he's ruptured. He can't stun her because they wasted their stuns on me. And then while he's ruptured, he can make one of 2 choices. He can run away from the freezing field, which he tried to do, but since he was ruptured, obviously he couldn't. Then I threw down the Bloodright, which he also tried to run away from, but he didn't get to because I was able to Bloodright him. And now another thing you can do with Bloodright, because it does so much damage, it's really good for farming. You see this camp here? They're going to try to take it soon. I'm going to get a lot of this camp with my Bloodright damage. As soon as they try to take it, I'm gonna make a play on it. So I'm waiting right now. I've got Rupture up again. Did this guy just TP to lane? He did. He TP to lane. That is a mistake against Bloodseeker. You need to walk back to lane because you need to have a teleportation ready for yourself to get out, unless you're sure that you're not getting ruptured again. I came here mid to try to make a play. I saw we were doing something there. Now I know that they're taking this. I'm trying to farm this experience. Look how much of this I'm gonna take. I took like 2 or 3 creeps. I'm standing here. I get the Rupture off on Sven again. Venge swaps Sven to his death. Another kill, and we just go on a mega killing spree here with the triple kill. Fantastic. And this is all because I'm making plays when my hero is strong. My hero is strong when Rupture is up, obviously. I went for another point in Blood Rage right now instead of Bloodright because I wanted to be able to stay in lane longer. This gives me a little bit more kill heal percentage, a little bit longer duration, and a little bit more of a damage increase. I could have gone with more Bloodright, but they don't have a ton of spellcasters that I'm worried about. If I was worried about the spellcasters, I would have gone for more Bloodright. Now notice how I make a teleportation on the other side of the map the second that my Rupture is available again. Rupture's available. Oh, this guy chronos me. He chronos all of us. Spectre runs away. He's trying to get out of here. He's still ruptured. And there he goes. Make another kill. So we've gone ahead and we've killed every hero on the team now. We've killed the Venge, we've killed the AA, we've killed the Sven, we've killed the Razor. We've killed their 3 cores with Rupture, and we've managed to control this map. Now I'm giving my Spectre a ton of space to farm. Still, this wasn't the easiest game because Spectre just didn't get big quick enough. I think if he was maybe a little bit more efficient in farming, or maybe playing the hero, I don't know, maybe he wasn't comfortable on the hero, but he didn't farm fast enough. And I guess Void is a pretty tough matchup for him, but I don't know, I didn't really see the lane. I didn't pay attention to the lane. Could have been Crystal Maiden's fault. Who fucking knows? Okay. Now take a look at the item build. Oh, I gotta pause. This is a really good moment to talk about. This is a really good moment to talk about. Back up a little bit more. Okay. So, where am I? Alright, I'm here right now, and I have Rupture available. Look, I don't even finish this camp because I see how far forward they are. I didn't finish farming this creep camp right here. I just teleported out because I knew I wanted to make a play. My first item, my blade mail, I have it now. I have Rupture ready. Let's watch what happens here. Regular speed. Here we go. I'm coming in. I'm slowing this guy down. Like, he's slowed. I don't know why it says rooted on him. Okay, there. He's rooted now. I throw a blood right down. He has to move. He can't hit me now. While he's running away, I Rupture him. So he's Ruptured for a little while. I can wait 7 seconds for my next blood right. Unfortunately, it wasn't available. He swaps me. Shoot. I'm gonna see if I can get the kill here. Oh, there we go. Nope. Rupture ran out and we didn't get the kill. So we just lost Crystal Maiden there. But I had the blade mail to keep me protected. Now we're shrining up here. So that was actually kind of a botched play. That could have gone a lot better. If I Ruptured earlier and then blood righted, he wouldn't have been able to live. So that's actually a really good learning point right there. Should have Ruptured Sven right away. Not here. Here. He should have been Ruptured. He's not Ruptured. There's no reason for me to cast Blood right first. Should have Ruptured first. If I didn't misplay this Sven dies and this Venge dies. Okay, well, you guys just learned while I learned. So that's a mistake that I didn't know I made. I forgot about that play. Go forward a little bit, and let's increase the speed of this game a little bit and watch how we continue to make plays with Bloodseeker. Another thing that I wanted to mention that a lot of people, another thing I wanted to mention regarding the Yule Scepter, a reason I don't like canceling a TP just for a Yule Scepter is because if you cancel somebody's TP with a Yule Scepter and you get a kill, that's a really good thing, but it's also not necessarily a bad thing if you just make somebody TP to base, right? Like, if you Rupture somebody and every time you Rupture them, they TP to base, that's a huge waste of their time. Like, Sven has to go to base every time he TPs, then he has to walk out, then he goes to where? The jungle, he has to find a lane. You have an opportunity to take a tower, you can do something. Yeah, letting them, sometimes it's just okay. Rupture them, let them go home. Let them go home. Be like, all right, in the time that you're home, you have literally just created space. You know how everyone's like, space created? That's what you're doing with Bloodseeker. Bloodseeker is sitting here. He's creating space. He's making everybody worried. Their heroes can't be alone anymore. These guys are in a bad spot now. So, what's our score looking like right now? Yeah, we're 7-1. This is my last game I played too. Dang, what a good replay to use. Okay. Now I have this Faceless Void has the Mask of Madness. I don't want to Rupture him because I don't think I can kill him right now. I know that he probably has Chrono. I'm gonna wait for my teammates to come and then I think I go for him. Yeah. So my teammates show up. Now I'm gonna Rupture him right away. Throw down Blood right. He's gonna Chrono. Immediately once you go to him, excuse me. Once you go up to a melee hero that you've Ruptured to kill him, when you get close enough for him to hit you, that's when you activate your blade mail. Even if he's not hitting you yet, if there's a hero with a stun that's available, you activate your blade mail as you're running at them. So an example here would be like, if I'm running towards Vengeful Spirit, I'm going to activate my blade mail before Vengeful Spirit has the chance to stun me. If I'm running towards a Sven, same thing. So they take the additional damage. You throw down the Blood right, again forcing them to make a decision. They have to get out of the circle, stay in the circle, take the damage. And if they try to fight you, they're going to be fighting into a blade mail, probably killing themselves. Now going Agnum Scepter, it's really nice for a number of reasons. Agnum Scepter is good because it gives you good stats. So you don't need to, when you go for your talents, you're gonna, oh, I didn't talk about talents enough. When you go for your talents, you're gonna go for your 25 damage talent instead of 255 health because you're building an Agnums that gives you some health with your point booster. It gives you some health with your strength, with your ogre club. It's just a good item overall in terms of beefing you up a little bit. And then the next item that you're going for is actually a Sanjin Yasha, which also beefs you up a little bit. So you do some physical damage. Your primary focus is your spell casting, but you do some physical damage. Notice I didn't go into my fourth blood right here. It's because I was making a lot of plays and getting the blood right for the extra damage, and the extra thirst was good. You can adjust the build as you see fit. I like this game. I decided that this would be the best idea. Not always the case, but anyway. Let me think. Oh right, the rest of the talent tree. In the talent tree, you go 25 damage, then you go 75 blood right damage, then you go 14% rupture damage, then you go minus 7 second blood right cooldown. And this is because, again, at the end of the game, this transitions really well into you being a very strong and influential hero at the end of the game. You can basically cast blood right that does 300 and something, I don't know, 20, around 320 damage every time you cast it. It silences for 6 seconds, and your cooldown on it is going to be, it's minus 7 seconds. So your cooldown on it is actually going to be, how long is it? The duration's 12 minus 7, 5 seconds. 5-second cooldown. And by the time it's done casting, like the animation goes down, it goes and then it casts, and then you have like 2 seconds between every time that you're blood writing. So the whole battlefield is always blood writed. It's really annoying and really, really good for creating space. For controlling the space of a battle. Did I die? No, I'm alive here. So they're actually pushing us right now. They're playing pretty well. They're doing a good job considering how much I've been kind of stomping on them. Now, heroes that you want to rupture. Heroes who are fast. What's Razor? Razor is a really fast hero. Ooh, we should watch this fight again. We should watch what we did here. This is a perfect example of how to engage. Slow down. Let's go back a little bit more. Back a little bit more. Alright, check it out. So I'm coming from this way. We're going to pause and look at the situation here. So I think I saw Void use his chrono. I'm not sure if I did. I know there's a lot of heroes here. I can't get too close to this battle. There's not a ton I can do, but I see Razor's kind of close up. If he stays, I'm going to rupture him, which he does. So he stays here. He tries to do a little bit more damage. Going to get a couple more last hits. I come in just in time, get the rupture off. So I use my phase boost to get it off. Now I'm making him make a decision. Take the blood right damage, which he does, or run out of the circle. He didn't run out. I run towards him. As I start running towards him, I activate my blade mail. Look at that. Every spell he casts and every attack that he hits me with is damage right back to him, and that's why he died. He died because he was doing damage to me. He would have died probably regardless because my whole team dropped on that battle. But once your core is immobile or unable to move because will die, you're pretty much set. So that's how you engage with Bloodseeker. The phase boots to get the rupture off, then the blade mail, then the blood right, and then running in with the blade mail. I even got swapped by Avenge. I took the damage from the Razor. Everything went well there. That whole little engagement was perfect. And we are not doing a good, man. These guys have had deep wards all game. My supports did not see any of that. Maybe I should have paid more attention though. I knew that we were lacking vision this game. That was one of the things that I was thinking while I was playing is, our vision's kind of lacking, but that's okay. So I'm almost at my Agnum Scepter, and all that does is it makes you twice as annoying. It's really sweet. It just makes you twice as annoying. A really cool thing that happens when you get your level. Oh shoot, he's going on me. I don't think he kills me here. I think CM saved me. I back up. I use my phase boost to run away. I throw down blood right. I ruptured him. Now I activated my blade mail. He hit me once, and I got the blood right damage off. Now a really cool. I got the plus 75 blood right damage. So now I'm just doing redonkulous amounts of damage here. Redonkulous amounts of damage. Another really cool thing about this plus 75 blood right damage talent is that you go to lane. You can instantly clear a whole creep wave by going to lane. You hit every melee creep once, and you throw down blood right. I think until like the 20 or the 30-minute mark. I forget like how fast the creeps scale, but you get so much more farm. Like this increases your farm rate significantly. It increases it more than going for the 30 attack speed build. Now watch this. I'm gonna blood right, and then I'm gonna hit every creep one time. And I missed that one. I should have actually hit them all once, then blood rated. I would have had the same effect. It would have had the same effect, except for I would have got all of the last hits. Now Sand King is gone for a second. Okay, we're back in it. And at this point, I'm really controlling this game. So people are scared. They don't want to be around me. Now I have the Agnum Scepter. If you need to tank up earlier, instead of Agnums, go with the Sanjin Yasha. You don't need a BKB. The reason I would say not to build a BKB is because this isn't a fighting build. Like, you do some physical damage, but only for a short period of time. You get like 2 or 3 hits off on somebody, maybe 4 max, right? the majority of your damage comes from your Rupture, and it comes from your Bloodright, and it comes from your Blade Mail. So it's kind of like you're an axe here. Now this Sven is just a little bit too far out. We're gonna Rupture him. Ooh. I think I make a good play here. I think I make a really good play here. Back up. Okay. Now this fight's about to start here. I want to slow down a bit. Let's watch this. Let's see what kind of a learning experience we can have from this play. This guy, he's like, I'm gonna go for a kill. Whoa, he misses everything. I don't know. This guy doesn't notice what's going on. Okay. Gonna Rupture the Sven. So now their hero who needs to chase people down and kill them can't move. Awesome. And now I'm gonna Rupture their Razor. So I've Ruptured the two most important heroes. Notice what I did. I threw down the Bloodright right on the edge here. So it gave him the option of back up just a tiny bit and get out of my Bloodright circle, or come forward to chase me while you're static linked and I have Blade Mail active and you're Ruptured. Of course he's gonna go this way. Not only does that force him to get out of the circle, it gives my team an opportunity to follow up. Obviously there's the Sven that we're worried about over here. People are gonna be rotating. It gives my team the opportunity to follow up, and it lets me live. So I survived. I broke the static link because I forced him to run the other way. Now he's just chilling here. I know we have a Spectre. There he is. Invoker comes in, throws down the meatball hammer on him. Oh no! Did my Crystal Maiden die? No, she missed that. Nice. And here I am, just sitting here like, I just Ruptured you guys. I'm sorry. I think we tried to get a kill here. No. Okay. But now we have that. Now we're taking things slowly now, step by step. We're just moving on through the game. 14% Rupture damage is obviously the talent you take in the 7-second Bloodright cooldown. You guys understand that this is the Rupture build. And we're going to talk about actually how to deal with Lincoln Sphere. So Razor is going to build a Lincoln Sphere, and the way you deal with a Lincoln Sphere is really easy with Bloodseeker. You Blood Rage them. You Blood Rage somebody who has the Lincoln Sphere on. You're totally free. This spell costs 0 mana, so you're totally free to Blood Rage the enemy hero, cancel their Lincolns, and then pop your Rupture. I didn't know that he had a Lincoln Sphere the first time I Ruptured him. You know what's great about having an Agnum Scepter? You can just double Rupture them. So the first time I started fighting against Razor, who built a Lincoln Sphere versus me, or will be building a Lincoln Sphere versus me, I just double Ruptured him. I was like, all right, well, there goes one of my Ruptures for my fight. I'm back to not having, or I just don't have 2 right now. And here goes Void. He gets a nice kill. I throw down Bloodright to do a little bit. Double Ruptures again. I messed up here. If I would have Ruptured this Sven right now, so I Rupture the Void. Void gets Ruptured. He can't chase me. And I Rupture the Venge. Venge was not the hero I wanted to Rupture. Notice that I'm staying back. My Bloodright's available again. I'm going to force him to make a play. Look, all of them have to make some kind of play there in that Bloodright circle. This guy backs up. I've activated my Blade Mail again. He doesn't want to hit me when I have Blade Mail on. Blade Mail needs to be saved. You have to use it when you're being attacked. Don't use Blade Mail in dumb situations. I see a lot of people use Blade Mail. They're just like, oh, I have Blade Mail, I should just use it. Or I have Blade Mail, I will never use it. Anticipate when you're going to need to use it. Think. Don't be one of those players who doesn't think. There's so many people who play this game and don't think at all. Be one of those people who thinks. And now we're just back to farming. So we're talking about items that you transition to. So normally here I would go for a Sanj and Yasha, except for this game, perfect halberd game. In fact, I find many games are really, really big halberd games. Like if there's a troll on their team, a PA, like you don't really need a halberd against, you don't build a halberd against a Jug because he probably has a Manta, right? But you're gonna definitely be building a halberd against a Sven. Like against the Sven, it's kind of a no-brainer, and also against a Razor. Now, Razor's got his Lincoln Sphere out. Let's speed this replay up. This is actually going on a little bit long. I should be streaming by now. By the way, twitch.tv/Navitz. If you guys don't know, I stream all the time. Let's see what's happening. Let's speed it up. Let's go 2 times speed. Let's go 4 times speed. Oh, there's a battle right when we start the 4 times speed. Back 10 seconds. Back 10 more seconds. All right, here we go. We're coming in from the left-hand side. My Bloodseeker Rooney. Okay, Invoker's trying to get a kill here. I think this is a bad engagement. I see him. I was like, oh shit. I just ruptured him. He had a Lincoln sphere, so I just ruptured him again. Now I'm running away. I activated my blade mail, so nobody wants to hit me. You're not going to be hitting a guy who has a blade mail on, and I just run away. You're so fast as Bloodseeker, you can run away really easily. He even diffused me, and he can't catch me. So with Thirst on in the middle of a battle, you can always just run in circles. Thirst again with the kill, or sorry, Blood Raid again with the kill, and I'm creating space. I'm just keeping people alive. Oh, I knew I couldn't save him there, but I really wanted to do something. I'm really waiting to make a play on this guy. My Invoker gets a kill on the Razor, and I think we just kind of end the game from here on out. So this game looks like it's pretty much over. I don't think there's any more to learn from it. You guys have seen the concept and the strategy of how to play this guy, play Bloodseeker with this build. It's been really effective for me. Would love to hear about how the games go for you guys. Cool. Let's just speed through the rest of this game because we do want to get it closed out. I know you guys need your closure, so I'm just gonna go super fast. I can't keep up with it. There's stuff happening on the minimap. Look at the minimap. Okay, game paused. All right, there's more stuff, more fights, more battles. Here I go, Rupture Sven. Oh boy, Sunstrike. Battle, fight. Blood right. Am I level 25 yet? I'm not level 25 yet. I took the extra 14% blood right damage. If you go late game, I really wish this game went like super late so I could show you guys what the 7-second blood right cooldown does in a team fight late game. It's fantastic. It makes your hero so viable throughout the whole game. You no longer, like, Bloodseeker is one of those heroes that really falls off against other cores or other physical damage dealers. So if you build him as a physical damage dealer, he's gonna fall off. But if you build him as a spellcaster, he never stops silencing. He never stops rupturing or putting Heaven's Halberd on or blood raging people that need to be blood raged. Come on, game. Oh, it goes on for like another 10 minutes. We end up finishing it off, but I don't want to go through it all. The rest of this game is not worth watching. Okay. So guys, that was my Bloodseeker build. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe if you did. Catch me on twitch.tv/Navis, and I will see you guys next time with my 550 movement speed Sven build. It's also super dope.